Abedju, the burial place of our forefathers, has grown over the years into a sprawling necropolis of sacred tombs. Now, most noble men and women wish to make this their eternal resting place. To honor them, the new Pharaoh Kazakimwe of the Second Dynasty has ordered the construction of 3 sacred mastaba tombs, one of greater size than the other 2, for the local nobility. Pharaoh has also ordered the creation of a powerful navy based at Vedet. Abedju, too, must support a modest fleet of combat ships if our shores are to remain totally secure. This will not be easy, as timber is scarce and our climate supports only a few sparse areas of forest. Cedar may be imported at great cost from Byblos in the land of Lebanon to the northeast. Fortunately, exports of our native papyrus will provide a means of offsetting this expense.
Welcome everyone to Abedju, or as they say in the narration, Abedju. So the Challenge of the Sea. On this one, we'll be going for 2,500 population, which is quite big. 25 culture, 25 prosperity, 60 kingdom rating, and 17 monument rating, which requires a medium mastaba and 2 small mastabas. So building boats and ships. If you've watched the previous episode on Vedet, we go into this a bit more, but here we will be doing some of that as well. Cool. So we'll pause the game, take a look around. We've got some reeds over here, a little bit of reeds down here, but this kind of interesting sort of rock formation going all the way through the middle, kind of diagonally. Do we have any rock-based things? No, we don't. We just have reed gatherers. And no clay pit. Okay. So we'll have to be importing clay, but we can make our own bricks. Do we have straw farms? No, we don't. Okay. So all of our food on this mission is going to be fish, which is going to mean we need to get our fisheries up relatively early, as well as a shipwright to build the fishing boats. And we're also going to need to get our imports and exports set up early so that we can start sorting that out. So with that in mind, we'll take a look at the map, see what we have available to us. So Timna will buy fish. I don't really want to sell fish though. They'll also buy beer and linen. So beer we can do. We have barley. We also have linen production with the flax and the weavers. And we can also sell papyrus. So actually Timna is probably the way to go here. Pewedget will sell us clay, which is good. And they'll also sell us straw so that we can make our own bricks. And they also sell us bricks as well. So, I mean, we could be making quite a bit here in terms of brick production. So that's a water trade route. So we'll need to get a dock for that one. But I think we'll open up Timna straight away. And we'll start thinking about what production chains we want to get going. So we're currently in January. And the floods are coming relatively soon. So I think probably we'll stay away from beer for now. We could actually do beer. We could do beer up here, to be honest. I think beer over here makes sense. There's more floodplain to work with. And there's no other thing here apart from the flax that's going to prevent us from investing in floodplains. So we're going to need to leave a little bit here for our ferry landing to get to the other side for the reeds. So I'm just actually going to place this straight away. I think we'll just do that for now. And then we'll grab our fishing boats. Yeah, so I'll get along and I'll build this. And then I'll bring you all back once we've got the fisheries built and some houses in place as well. Okay, welcome back in. So we've set up a few things. We've got our fisheries up and running over here. We've also got our first housing area. You'll recognize this design from the last episode. And it's one that I'll stick to mostly for the entire playthrough. I think it's quite good. You could also kind of make palatial estates later on with this as well. So it's very versatile. And then over here we've got our papyrus industry ready to go once we have some people moving in. and that will help us make some money, which we can then use to buy clay and straw and get our brick production going. So we'll speed up a little bit, get some people moving in, which they should be coming through over here. Fantastic. They're a little bit far away, but it's okay. We can wait. And yeah, like I said, I think I'll put my barley industry up here. Sorry, our beer industry up here with the barley fields going, to hopefully get that up and running relatively shortly, I think. Basically, once we have enough workers going around that we can justify adding a new industry. We're not quite there yet, but it shouldn't be too far away. I'm not too sure why these reed gatherers are crossing over to here to collect these reeds. That doesn't quite seem right to me. If I do that, are they going to do the same thing? No. So they're going there. Okay, I'm just going to cancel that one. I don't know why they're running all the way down here to cut down reeds when there's a whole big reed field right next to them. Seems really, really silly. Cool. And the shipwright is going through. It is getting these fishing boats up and running. We do have a total of 5 fisheries to start with, which is going to be absolutely plenty for this entire neighborhood to get going. Awesome. And I'm going to grab my conservatory here, as well as a juggler's school. I think I'll just pop it on the end here for now. We might move that if I want to put a dock here. But I think there's more than enough room along the coast here to put down docks. So I think that'll be fine. We can just add more fishing wharves there as we need to. I'm just going to say I'm here to get all to that one. So they'll fill this one up first, which is closer to the bazaar. And that'll mean the bazaar worker will grab the maximum amount of fish that we have available to actually pick up, which is good. These houses have upgraded to ordinary cottages, which means now they need pottery to upgrade further. And we have an unemployment at 7%, which is great news for us. So let's see here. So these guys are a water trade route. I'm going to actually confirm that. We're going to open that up. And we're going to start with our dock. So we'll put our dock here. And this is sort of to get our industries started. So I'm thinking probably I want to kind of make this into a loop, right? A nice big loop. I think if I do that, it's going to be too big, isn't it? But if I do this instead, and I say this one is accepting clay, and we'll do up to half of clay. And what else am I going to be importing? Let's double check Manefa. Not Manefa, sorry, Pewedget. There's straw, clay and reeds. Oh, these guys actually sell clay as well. Could have bought it from there. That's fine. We'll get clay and we'll get straw in here as well. So accept up to half of straw. But to start with, we're just going to get our pottery industry up and running. So I think probably that much. I'll just move this right along so that I can put in. You know what? We don't need that many potters. That's fine. Yeah, this will be fine for now. We'll just get this up and running. And I'll grab a storage yard on the other side here. And before I forget, like I did last episode, put down these firehouses in the architect's post, and they'll just do the entire loop and hit every building in here, which will be great. And we will obviously need to actually join this up with the rest of the city. And we'll just do that there. And we'll just put a roadblock in there so these guys don't go a-wandering. Very good. Oh, and of course, before I forget, we do need to actually set up the order here to import clay. There we go. And before I also forget, while we're in the screen, we'll export that papyrus out as well. Excellent. Some of these houses are lagging behind, so I will put a few gardens in. Not too many, because we are a little bit low on the old cash here. Unlike last mission, we can't go crazy on the gold mines to get our cash reserves up, so we'll just take it a little slow, wait for our imports and exports to kind of balance out, and hopefully they should. I'm really hoping that a trader from Timna comes along and buys up all of my papyrus. Although I don't see one just yet. There we go. Sort out my money problems, please. Thank you very much. Off he goes. And he's gonna buy a lot of papyrus there. Holy moly. Didn't quite catch that before the he left. 1,600 papyrus. He sold off 1,600 clay as well, which is awesome. I'm going to set this to trade both clay and straw at that dock. And then here we go, the potters are now working as well. And unemployment is nice and high at 22%, which is great. So that'll give us the kind of space that we need to set up our other industries. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started on those. So I am going to put down a road. I could actually probably get away with this to start with here for barley. I don't need to go crazy with it, right? So let's just go with barley over here. And maybe we'll do flax on the other side if we need to. Yeah, so the outside as much as possible. We'll do that. Set up. Road inside. We'll join this up here, but we'll put a roadblock right there. So that these workers kind of stick into here. And what we'll do is we'll throw in, to avoid wasting and having another firehouse and architect's post servicing this area, we'll just add the work camps in there, and we'll stick another storage yard in over here. Actually, yeah, we'll put it over here. It's fine. And we'll stick in the barley into here. And another one. We'll do half of barley in here. Oh, 3/4 maybe. And another one right at the end. It's probably extremely excessive, but at the same time, you can't really have too much beer in this game, I don't think, personally. It's such a good resource to have, you know, for trade, for your house's development, and also for festivals as well. You can always use your excess beer to throw grand festivals, which can help you out in a pinch if the gods are annoyed at you. There we go. And all these houses are upgraded. We've had 1,000 population. I don't have that one connected to a road, but now that's been fixed, which is good. Cool. And there's our beer production. I haven't set these to allow pottery, so I'll need to go do that. Where are we? There we go. Accept all pottery. Accept all pottery there. Very nice. City unemployment, population milestone. That's all fine and dandy. Cool. So we're sort of cooking here a little bit. I'm thinking probably we should get some kind of military in place. So rather than actually setting up a whole new area over here, I'm just going to throw the recruiter in here, add it to kind of this existing loop, and then we'll just stick in through... we'll put down one arch fort for now. We'll add in more later. I think one will be fine though. And you are buying fish, but you're not currently buying pottery. I am going to start buying pottery, I think, here. We've got 400 in store. And that should actually upgrade some of these houses. It won't be all of them, but it will be some, I think. Okay, well, actually, it was all of them. That's fantastic. Yeah, I guess it only requires 8, right, per house, so that's totally fine. That house is lagging behind, so I'm just gonna reinforce the gardens here on this side, make sure all these houses are nice and happy. And the next thing they'll want is beer. We're a little bit away from getting beer right now. That'll be once these harvests are done. So that will be a little bit further in the future. Cool. Okay. So looking at our exports again. Yeah, we can export beer. We can also export linen. I think I really do want to get the all of the exports online now. Especially now that we've got the population to do it. So we'll go ahead. Let's get all of our farms up and running on this side. Okay, I would like to once again reiterate that this is entirely excessive and unnecessary. But then actually, you know, we get this request for beer here, and maybe it's not that excessive or unnecessary. So I actually need to put in some storage yards over here to accept the beer and the flax from these buildings. Beer and linen, sorry, from these buildings. So we'll go accept it to half and up to half of linen as well. And on this last one here, we'll just accept all linen. Let me go to the world map and we'll just say to the beer, okay, cool, we're not exporting, but we are stockpiling it. And I'm hoping these guys will go ahead and harvest very, very shortly. But I guess not. It'll be in June. Yikes. It's not ideal for us. I'd like to do it right now, to be honest. We could actually set up an export for fish. We are actually making a whole lot of fish right now. We certainly don't need as much as we have. So we'll sell some to Timna. Get a few of those fish going. We have 9 archers currently there. Which is... it's a start, right? We're a little bit in debt right now, but our only imports right now are actually clay. And that's pretty minimal. I'm not too worried about the clay side of things. Are there any other water trade routes? Byblos is water trade route, isn't it? Badet is also a water trade route. I didn't actually look at Badet, I don't think. So Badet will sell fish, clay, pottery, beer, reeds, papyrus, and granite. They'll buy brick, linen, gems, jewelry, and wood. Although of those, really only linen is reasonable for us. So I'm not too stressed about that stuff. But I will actually set up with linen in my brain right now. I'll set that up as well. And we'll also set up this one. Oh, well, I can't set it up because it's currently stockpiling, but I'll set it up. And then I'll stockpile it. That looks good. Everything else is all imports, so we can actually wait a little bit on those until we have a bit of a healthier, stable bank balance. It is kind of seesawing between, you know, around this level and negative. So we'll just wait a little bit until all this industry pops off and we've got a little bit more of an economy to work with. Okay, we are in harvest season. We've got lots of barley, plenty of flax in here actually. I was worried about the flax production, but we do have plenty of it. And so the weavers are going, the brewers are all going. We do have, I believe, 8 brewers in total. We've got 5 weavers. And we've got 2 potters, so that should be enough. We've got also 5 fishing wharves, servicing only 1 neighborhood, so we've got plenty of excess fish here to work with. Which is all very good. It is going to require a couple of production cycles for these, for the beer production to kick in, and for us to have enough to actually comply with the Pharaoh's request for the great festival of Osiris. But once we're there, we will be feeling very good about ourselves. Speaking of festivals, I am going to throw down my festival square. And we may as well throw our own festival to Osiris. Not using the beer, obviously, because we do use that for our request from Pharaoh. But hopefully he sends us a nice flood-based blessing here. So we'll send off that 1100 units of beer to Pharaoh. And then we will stop stockpiling our beer. And we'll enable these exports. When we hit 400, I think that's good. That'll be plenty for one bazaar at least to run with. And there we see our festival is going on. And the dancers are dancing. And we do actually get a blessing from Osiris. Wow, all farms on the floodplain will harvest double what they had expected this season. I may need to expand my industry. Cool. Let's get some more brewers in. We'll really get that pumping, and I think probably we need to get some more weavers as well. With an announcement like that. So we'll do that. We do actually, because this is kind of a complex, it's not a loop, it's actually a line, but it's in this S kind of shape. So we've got firehouses and architects posts on either side. And that'll just mean that none of this is in danger of burning down ever, really. This, on the other hand, is a loop. And this is another line here, all the way through. And this here is a loop as well, entirely closed off. And it has a little bit of a one tile thing here, just from the pavilion. That is currently full. A gift from a neighbor. Oh, okay. So because the reputation with the kingdom increased, Nupt wants to give us a gift of 2100 bricks. So we need to make a storage yard purely for bricks here. So we'll just throw it here. Again, adding to this existing loop. Doesn't require any change in the road network or increasing infrastructure. So that's a good place for the bricks there. We are going to throw down another archer fort just in case of attack. It's all well and good.
I love the art of the deal. I can't wait to trade my supplies.
Did you sell anything? Why can't I click you? Trying to click you.
Why we came.
There we go.
This city never trades, and the short leave is boring.
2100 bricks coming in, which is fantastic. They sold us 200 clay, so not an awful lot. But I am going to now go into here and say import to maintain 1600 straw. And once that straw comes in, I think we'll start our next industry, which will be the brickworks. And we will need a lot of storage space for these. So I think probably it's a good idea to actually just fill the entire area out. Because we are going to need a lot of bricks for these 3 master batoons. So there we go. Bricks and bricks there also. This is kind of why I didn't want to have a large pottery industry. Is I really wanted to focus on these bricks here as much as possible. Let's just check what these notifications are. A gift from a neighbor. Employees needed. So we are a little bit low on employees, but we do have loads of beer. And so we're going to start releasing beer to this neighborhood. Oh, fantastic. A perfect flood is expected for next year. That is fantastic. That's going to mean we're going to get loads of materials from these floodplains. Now, where on earth are these guys who are supposedly wanting to buy my linen? Wasn't you? You've got 1900 left to buy. Nupt will actually sell us brick. And straw. And clay. And game meat. Badet will actually buy our linen as well, so I think we'll probably say over here we should have another dock. So I am going to throw down a dock here. And I don't really want to mess up with the existing road network. And you know what, I don't need that. I'm just going to put a firehouse there. Architect's post there, that's fine. No need to get too fancy with it. But this one is only going to be trading out the linen. You can also trade beer, I suppose. It is right there, after all. Wonderful. Brickworks are going, which is nice. We've got employees needed still. These guys should help a little bit. And we'll actually throw in... We should really now throw in our village palace somewhere. Which I suppose I can do over here, can't I? Again, adding it to this existing area that has infrastructure is always good. And we'll grab a tax collector. Start getting some taxes from these guys. And we'll also throw in a scribal school, which is something that we've been missing. Pharaoh is planning another festival to Osiris and Manefa and requires 900 beer. Done. Delivered. Take it. It's all yours, O Pharaoh. You're welcome to it. Let's get a few more statues. Make sure all these houses are nice and upgraded. I want to make sure that there's no real reason why they're not upgraded to the max tier that we can get. And now they're wanting dance schools, I believe. So we'll go ahead and throw down a dance school. Just throw it over there. I could put it over here. It's awkward that it doesn't quite fit there. I'll just put it there. I think these firehouses and stuff should pass this way. And they definitely should if I do that and stop them from pathing down this little choke here. Oh my god, that fireman is just going around and round and round. You know what? I'm gonna do this just to guarantee it. Cool. And our exports are going really, really well. We've sold a lot of linen just now, I think. 800 more linen. And we get another nice big gift of bricks, and this is looking a lot nicer now. So we are going to throw down, I think we'll just set them all down all at once. So we'll put them, I guess, just over here in this kind of desert type area. And there is kind of the foundation for our master batoons. I do need a little bit of a road connection going through here though. So we'll go ahead and build that. And that'll let our work camps get over there and start actually working on the foundations. I think it probably makes sense here to... 809 workers out of 1680. So we do need more workers. We kind of had no choice at this point but to increase our number of houses. So we'll go ahead and do that. I think we'll do it over here though. Let's go ahead and clear some of this road back. I'll just make it a little bit tighter to there. Give us a bit more room to work with in this area. I'd like to potentially do something like that. Give ourselves a bit more room to work with, get away from this rock over here. So we'll stick in the shrine over here, this temple, right there. And then we're just going to plaza the entire neighborhood. And stick a roadblock right there. Set that to be buying fish, and pottery, and beer. Let's just double check, we do have plenty of pottery there, so that's good. Just gotta actually connect this road up to here. I'll roadblock that tile. That should be fine. Displeased from Osiris, he's not happy with us. Osiris is not happy with us for some reason, so I'm going to go ahead and throw down some more of these shrines. That should hopefully fix his disposition with us as we get this housing in. Hopefully that will improve. There we go, he's saying he's amiable now. Basically, it depends on how much population that you have, how happy or annoyed the gods are. As long as you're sort of making sure that people have enough places of worship, you should be relatively happy. Let's go ahead and throw in another archer fort here. Don't have any requests yet for incoming armies and that kind of thing. So we're going to go for more work camps, and we'll use this area again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go with, I think, that many. It's 8. 4 bricklayers, a firehouse, and an architect's post to keep them all looking good. And they're off to go and stand on the monuments and make sure that the workers, the laborers, have somewhere to send all of their wonderful bricks to. And here they come, pulling all the bricks. It's great. So I have beautified this a little bit. I don't normally do this with monuments, but I think it looks quite cool here. We sort of have a little monument complex, which I think kind of brings it together a bit nicer. It makes these feel a little bit more grand than just kind of mud brick holes in the ground or whatever. They do feel a little bit more like a burial place or a sacred place here. So we do have contaminated water here, so some of the citizens have taken ill, caused by something in the water. Let's hope the problem does not escalate. And I think the issue here is that there are rats in the water. Now that seems very unhygienic. I think that might have something to do with the people taking ill. So maybe just clear out these rats and you might be okay. Don't share water with rats. Lesson kind of number 1 of providing good healthcare to your people. Keep the rats out of the water. Because that's how you get all kinds of awful diseases. We'll throw down some more of these in here. I don't really have anything to put in here. So I'll just, yeah, put in some gardens, put in some statues. Make it look a little bit prettier. And they will appreciate that as they do upgrade the houses. Still saying 91 additional workers required. I think, though, we are actually at the amount that we need to finish the mission. Nice. So I think we'll just leave it. And I think we'll get a few more people coming in. And actually, we've got plenty of houses here that need to upgrade. So these will upgrade from being 28 occupants to being 80. So once they're upgraded, we'll have probably like 2,800, maybe nearly 3,000. If not 3,000. So we'll just kind of let this take its course, see how far they get, and if we need to increase our amount of workers in another way, we'll probably just remove some of these employment buildings. I don't really want to go too far over the cap here of population. Not the cap, but the required amount. But yeah, we're looking really good. I am going to start actually importing brick though, because we absolutely can do that. And we want to basically import as much as we can, so we'll just say 8,000. We'll set that to 3,200 and that one also to 3,200. And I'm going to actually change this to be accepts half and accept half, so that we have a little bit extra room here to put down a bit more clay and straw. And then hopefully that will get us running. I could actually throw down 2 more brickworks here, and I will do that just to kind of try to squeeze out a few more bricks here. Basically, as soon as we get a brick in the entire city, it's being carted over here. So it's not the laborers that I'm running short on. It's the bricks. So I'm really hoping that we get a few more bricks coming in here. I'm gonna throw down kind of just wherever I can, I think. Just adding some more brickworks, trying to get this industry going. If you've ever played Pharaoh all the way to the end, you will know just how crazy the brickworks industry can get. So in my run of the final mission, which was Hetep Senusrets, I did have 50 brickworks going at once. One time, which is just insane. And they were all going as well. It was just like, because you need like 500,000 bricks to finish that final pyramid. It does take a very long time, and it does require a lot of straw and a lot of clay. And so you end up having like 40 clay pits and just so many brickworks going. It's just insane. You know, you finally do finish the mission, and then you clear all it out, all of the industry out. And it just feels so satisfying, clearing out all that brickworks, all those clay pits. It's just so wonderful. Such a good feeling. We've got a house over here downgrading. I think it's no supplies of food recently. We do have plenty of food here. I wonder if this bazaar worker is just too far away. I think that's probably quite likely. So what we'll do is we'll add this in, and we'll say get up to half. And we'll just try to supply this neighborhood with enough from this to kind of keep everything together. And that should be good. So I don't want to lose all this population, although we are kind of just losing all that population. But this will really help the bazaar trader in this area here. They'll be a lot closer to the things they need to pick up. I could do it here, but this bazaar is actually so close to all this industry, all the pottery, all the beer, and all the fish, that it's not really needed here. But definitely over here it is needed. There we go, that's looking good now. And we're just kind of layering on little bit by little bit. This is going to take some time. Did I accept bricks? I haven't accepted that to actually trade for bricks. So here we go, here we go, here we go. Oversight from me, again, with the manual selection of what dock imports or sells what. I do sometimes forget to set that up correctly. And holy moly, look at all that beer. Wow, wait, how much beer do we have now? Yeah, okay, 7,600 beer, maybe a little bit excessive. I can hear you saying behind the screen there, but it's fine. If there's any kind of item in Pharaoh that I want to have too much of, it's probably beer. That's fine. Oh, you want 1,000 beer? Ah, look, I guess I'll send you some. We've got 9,000. 1,000's quite a lot to lose, but that'll be fine. Oh no. Okay, storms are raging and rough waters threaten to tear trading ships apart. It could be months before the winds calm and merchants dare to risk their cargoes again. Until then, we cannot trade by water. So that's really bad. The guys who were selling us bricks and who were also selling us straw, all of that is water, I believe. Although, does Timna sell us straw? Does Bedet's water trade route? Okay, Nupt is also a water trade route, and Powadget's a water trade route. So basically everything is a water trade route. We'll open up Manefa, so that might give us a little bit of extra money while this is all out, because they'll buy beer from us. I should have bought that earlier, to be honest. Because the beer is wonderful for us to trade away. And yes, I'm just making sure we are actually trading that. I wasn't sure because there's so much beer in my storage yards. Hard to keep track of. I probably need to put down more brickworks. It's just so excessive. I'm going to actually delete some of these work camps. Try to free up a little bit of... Now, you know what? I think we'll delete a couple of them. We'll try to maintain most of it. We'll add more brickworks in. Oh my gosh, I just need to get this straw and the clay processed into bricks. Small blessing from Osiris. The next inundation of the Nile would be better than previously expected. And you can kind of see that in the Nilometer up here. That it says it's going to be good. There's some, you know, quite high waves. So we'll see what exactly the game thinks good is. Get another gift of bricks, which is awesome. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much, Noopt, for those gifts of bricks. And okay, you know what? That is a very good flood. That is everything underwater. Wowee. Big ups to our man Osiris coming in clutch there with the floods. That's awesome. That one's nearly done. That one's also nearly done. And this one is 12,000 bricks away. So quite a way yet. But we shouldn't be too far. City unemployment is relatively high at 9%. But ultimately there's not an awful lot we can do about that unless we throw down a bunch of work camps and have them all sitting, waiting. I could throw down the bricklayers though. Maybe I'll do that. Throw down some bricklayers. So they're all just waiting there for bricks to come in. Did misplace that one there. But there we go. So there's 10 bricklayers. And that's going to be excessive, even for my standards. But you know what? It's fine. So we are still pumping out bricks. We have a lot of brickworks going. I don't know how much this is. 8, 14, 19 brickworks going for these 3 tombs. And they are actually all working, which is fantastic to see. It's really good. Mastaba finished. This one here is done. There are no burial provisions to worry about on this mission. Although there will be burial provisions in future missions. And that can be basically anything. Normally it's like linen, beer, pottery. Occasionally it's like luxury goods, weapons, that kind of thing. So it could be a lot of things. More or less it's more expensive goods in your economy. Cool, and that's both of the small mastabas done. And this one here is very nearly done. There we go, and that is finished. And with that, we should have a look at our ratings and overseer. So this now says we are at 15 culture of 25. And it says there are too few libraries working in the city. Well, now I have news for you, game. We can't currently build libraries. So what is actually going wrong here? So public health is perfect, which is wonderful. Learning is also perfect. Treasury doesn't count for that. If we go to the overseer of diversions, we can see here the juggler stage is a little bit low. Musician stage is a bit low as well. So what we'll do to help with that is firstly we're going to throw in a few things here. And we'll just change the direction of this loop a little bit. But as you go into the later missions in this game, you'll realize that actually sort of are kind of struggling to meet that culture requirement every time. And so this is one way you can do it, is you just put down a couple more pavilions, make sure that you have met the quota. So we'll just do that. And it says good there on the booths. That should be enough, I think. We can clear these out as well now because we're all finished with our monuments. And we'll clear out the excess brickworks that we no longer need. There we go.
Pharaoh smiles at your accomplishments. You have made the most of what the river and sea have to offer, defending our borders with a small but capable fleet of ships. You have also honored the nobility by providing them with tools to house their bodies.
And there we are. So that is Abedju, or Abedju, done. And we finish on the very satisfying number of 3,333 population. Hiya, Nedamvoy here. Thank you so much for watching. Likes, comments, and subscriptions really help out the channel, but if you'd rather move on to my next video straight away, you can find it on screen now. We'll see you in the next one.